board of trustees so aban mu mpenimfo ne aban mu communicators oh moboa otabo moboa adechi ye da na adechi ne sorry ye kwhwa website na board of trustees ni goes no otabo picture if you so ye twetwe won komo say ya confirm say otabo pastor mensa otabo if you board so na ye bisa say what could account for his reason to leave the board of trustees. If there are issues there, what are the other pastors on the board doing? Yebepe enwa semaka and pay on the morning show. Tuesday and also Islamic SHS are Kumasi shootings be echo in Dra Clement ano any active bites or show how police in some parts of the world handle crowd control any dia Ghana police for Ayawahano. What is the problem or what is wrong with the Ghana police service when it comes to crowd control? We'll be looking at that issue on the morning show this morning. Ivan Everton Komo. We'll be joining discussion via WhatsApp line 0503-236-735 0503-236-735. Ivan, good morning.
Good morning, Minia.
Oh, Achepa. I think for the past 3 weeks now, we've not met. Okay. Quickly, I shall protect the public purse. President inaugural speech during his first term. Is he protecting the national purse?
Oh, that's a person I hear.
Current was say, I'm producer person share and I do mutu, but you see person card ayera.
Person ayera protected the head now. Me say Ghana for sometimes we are funny. We are referring to a president. So has Amra Galam say a year here why I will chroma say na. Tessa oye ya na unhu kwan for so obe stop the Galam say. Into your cassette. So kasi achi excavators mane rai. Enti wantimi am excavator ho ban. Enti or make address kasi say achi excavator na yanhye no. And it was a clear admission say president entimi protect excavator enti yanhye na yanhye no say kusi ho a amanfo be wia. And I think said from Pom Watten incident and we see no issue no clearly actually say about 500 excavators yachi edi asi ho no amanfo excavator na ebi mo ton na ebi mo yera. The president said the tinti on the theater or free now watch excavator mun twa to mention na obi a excavator kakraka we kuro ntimi mbo ho ban no public person wetimi abo ho ban the person dey ayra we need that so and the
okay yanko yensemu and anope national cathedral in Sensem in fact information yet in say about mama say government say was suspended construction for now. But then the question we are asking is, why is government wasting so much money when it comes to the National Cathedral? At a time, especially they are not going to use the state's resources to do this project. But Sika, public person, Ako project eseweni ense okache na otable fi board no so Bibisa Ivan say what do you think has accounted for Utable's decision to go off the board?
I think say the dikama mencha what here for na menka say we say we are say nipa bia ni ho abetena se yemfa nanim entwetwe form because I heard nema akoso okroma in the last 1 month. Some shocking revelations about Bontia. I'm very much convinced as of for no, a bit more tenacia who say I bind almost a Canadian. Because you see, in their individual lives, Obiti said Duncan Williams, Mensa Otabel, and as a forum over the years, or more to me establish or more church within or more your friend saying, maybe or more, they've been able to establish some kind of reputation for themselves over the years. I think that to a certain extent that a lot of people are more okay with things that they do. So if you're able to assemble all these individuals, this is a vision as a president, also put it forward. And in realizing that particular vision, won't conform my seeker now what the na mom wan kasa no wo set up this board of trustees or kwa bontin soliciting funds any individuals or more ready so be sika be donate no yemfa nye that particular project enti akwa kodru ba bia na ekodu say amamfo tete board no so board of trustees na say for but beneath them no the state the president na fully in charge and then the finance minister and the omonsa ko bo man musika mpum in the name of cathedral na samra yete over 200 million and akwako urade ewem and very interestingly sika na yese de ye cathedral and sika no nko because we dim say company na oil construction no a lay off the workers because sika as omonsa be kan won be ye adwuma no say sika no omonsa nka. And then the question you ask yourself, say, so over 200 million na ya fasa ya de ya cathedral and say sika na he na ekoe. Enti sabi, we obi a wo ye osofo na wo ni o reputation ehiawo. Na sa wo he kwan a nema ya faso eko na definitely say enye obi na betu fo say wa ankasa tu hofo. Because I say the watarade na nim and behind the scenes na manfo ye de omo ye. Nti eba modumonim na ekwakoje, especially when there has been a public declaration by some of these individuals. Okay, Duncan William at some point in time, Kasatia Ghana for Ghana for Kasado, na sense of the spirit, people don't understand. You see, these are individuals are using God, and sometimes when they speak, it's so disgusting. I seem to say they own God and they have some special relationship with God. Nipa na yakano. Yeah, we are so inferior. Reference via and he told us point blank, say, cathedral na yesi no, and your mind sika and a yedisi. Namum omo at some point you who omo nama buchire a war most could cause risk by. So at this point, I told you say, Omam Penin the finance minister, I don't want to bomb my sika and finance minister has publicly admitted that you for my sick and a mum and no and I had a sabaya betimi your spiritual food not say for on my way jokers so now on my sick and I have yes I never and do your software over the years o cassette Ghana for uno bi aka che say ye de nim de ye keka na ye kasa kwa name rant ya ba ya no da gbegbegbe na ye kasa kwa na sika na mo ye no enye oman sika and at this point abeto bia say oman sika over 200 million parliamentary approval kwa ye nsanka president na da sorry ya no aka che the finance minister ne de nsa bo oman sika ni consolidated fund wintimi mfa won sankotom abra your friends a parliament and I only approval. But we behind the scenes, Sanya man no more. And this uncle, I'm expecting just resignation. They own Ghanaians an apology. Because omu deceive and someone no more can defending government here the young far buying sick and as for has proven out to be nothing but big lies and a normal country. But
those arguments said this eminent pastor some war bodies, just like the ordinary Ghanaians, just like the rest of us, they were misled.
And now, software when you do say now a congregation as for who lead now you walk into something a windy moon now baba on table defend. It means I want Casano a hand koye. And Edia obidi we are fununtin and would because for eminent personalities of their stature. Nasa abanka say may enlist them into a board of trustees na monye way na details na se for na ye man chiramo na I could do middle baby na bind the mobile public na behind the scenes and it means I want to decision na mo ye man na mo ye so I think that nobody can run away. They are solely responsible for everything that is happening. But I'm saying, says Otabala resign at this point, that alone is not enough. They have to render apology to Ghanaians because when we started a year, come once them no, and say Ghana for him the year can ya kasake na yanko for mine sika. So at this point, Abbas yedi on mine sika. We nipa na principles as an individual. I think some more render public apology. Now running away from the board, Obianya where there. Cecilia and recently you can amount for speculating by confirm who say call on the website or more in Fruanka as a sumasana what general board no so. But these are people who made public declarations supporting, canvassing, supporting as a phone for all this in Ababedru. Unfortunately, Romain and they will resign or you see but these are people who deceived Ghanaian because you see, these individuals because of followership as a phone or more Obiwaha on buy into some of these things. But who Duncan Williams, or who your friends at Mensa Otabel, or who other a soft one penny so Omoka, I didn't want, they will lend credibility and some credence to the project and they will support what I say. So you could do me the Wabinasa saying that here. I think hey, and they should render Ghanaians and a big unqualified apology to Ghanaians. And Nipa as a can render that apology to Ghanaians. Your friend said Duncan Williams, because he was all over the place insulting Ghanaians. Say you can't about a cathedral, 7 as a phone. To be able to do and Abbey PSA or no one casa against his own ways or mind sick alcohol. No, and you're being a 7 or more country. I think say or one casa show more corner. Ferry debu or more Nipa ferry woman when you saw my ferry ankasa. And it's not enough. They should come back and apologize to Ghana because you see, yakase project na ankasa me maka time and time say a project enyansa bia anim say we call for my sika at this particular point in time when the economy is crashing right in front of us. Yeti has a quite recent survey say in the next 5 years, upper mind back come betting me default or more debt service and that's for Ghana. And some of these things you expect a reasonable finance minister to come out with measures a bit me a bit me up to the economy on a certain trajectory. There will be hope, say, you default, not bossing baby bena ye boarding in an ye bit me. At me overcoming the challenges. Sure. And as I see, I'm not debt to your GDP in terms of production. And as for Adibia and Koso Kromati, who is thinking for us to ensure, say, going forward, these are the quiet first. I didn't name you Kwemu, the economy, and the economy about on track. But the person who is supposed to lead the economy, and now he's out there canvassing for the building of a cathedral, knowing very well that building a cathedral will add nothing, no value to the economy of this particular country. And we see cathedral anywhere to not change anything. And look at the cost. I impose here. Cathedral na yes, a buying down yes, our cantonment. A buy bungalows. A yet a mine sick and see a man, your first judges and as a form. Ye dear ni mo kubuogu sa edan na ye kubugu ye no kwa ye hinafa nketimisi cathedral ye kubuogu na yasan akota mo man sika na ye yesa na ma we nyina when the core responsibility of government to ensure that the economy of this particular country no ebetimi agina ma enuma ba ma mrante anya biaye and now you see countries have gone to the extent of investing in cultural artificial intelligence the technologies in near my by for airport into it. And if you go to your first medical sciences, a lot of your friends innovations are coming up. Countries are positioning themselves or making me your friends are resourceful for the world that is emerging because world not a dimrike so when near Chiribia sure. So countries are making advances. They are positioning themselves almost bit me I get it or more your friends say or more dear from the world but what are we doing? Says third century mentality na in a cathedral and you see a son yakobo empire man yankopon as a form no. Sane man what they do anim cancer what to chwa maya unko anim da. But
government communicators so say tourism benefits. I mean yet one of them although he's not part of government but Gabi Ochedakon was saying, "Oh no, why are the calculations now? Government, Ghana will
don't waste your time. These guys are jokers. You see, I don't know, are blowing their faces and they're just trying to find a way to rationalize this whole thing. Say cathedral now, your friends say economic returns. I be a free man. Na say a time of money sika do you think say cathedral mo never acquire investment I didn't know say sika na dey go see cathedral no yamfa and go into other areas I don't know you know say these are viable ventures I see the $200 million ko shema at the end of the day you know the returns you know there we will not have to struggle. Do you think that Ghana be see cathedral I will chrome her say I'm a man for Buchira abase o ba Ghana cathedral Cote d'Ivoire ya say you feel be yamosokro almost I think it's the largest basilica in West Africa. I don't know, I may be wrong. Yes, see go and look at this state. President to be by an order of mine see go and look at the state of that particular basilica. Go and accept in terms of your friends tourism, no? How many people go to that particular place? You see, other places are more making a lot from these things now. And yet, and nice kind of Mokofakusi here, France, Barcelona, Kakaka, see why I call movies and then for so on. You see, design is you want to say, but a bedroom and then one who said, no, it cannot just be a church. Now, you're open to your friends are tourists, sabe a man for Bebaho, and people go from America, a movie, and a lot of things they get a lot of money. What I say, so that particular things, you know, and Spain, and as a church and a investment, they will rather go into other avenues. Betting a investment, readily available. But we are talking about the economy that is crashing right in front of us, economy that is crumbling, economy just facing a possible debt distress. We are trying to find a way out. And your solution is a young time of Mensi Kamfankosi Cathedral. Now hoping say in the future no, people will go and use it as a tourist center. You see, people are not thinking right. And that is the problem we have with this particular country. You see, instead of us to invest in priorities, a bit in who say, or mine your position, you know, oh baby, or mine or that you to a money, but doing the avenues, or high bit me, we are not interested in that. Trivial way of thinking, a cathedral and a cathedral and a cathedral. I think that say a banyam some our chroma ya open my back almost some yamapagana can home. And I individuals, my catcher or binim ne other individuals or one person or most see churches I can see me who is it Pastor Chris was one other pastor be church I was see the whole city on its own. Then I saw ma and I see. So, dear net says of one pennicas or basic cathedral ma or your friend is saying a young coupon. Now you're on one casa a personal vision. I didn't want to win. And Ghana for now, would you ever say at what point a Ghana for catcher says here cathedral? Discussion, of course, or him, Sikana or Bayano, Bagani Ben, a Coso, or Parliament. So they are just doing everything just on a wayward or Obia wayward. Like a rogue government, or no free say he can just get away with anything.
But you know this, what is Parliament doing? Because if Parliament is the one that approves monies to be taken, or yes, now Parliament is not aware. Why is Parliament?
Yeah, that is the problem. You see, that is why I told you the last time. Say Parliament has become one of the most ineffective arm of government. I was to say because you see, to sit there, who say almost say minister Namra. Parliament to answer questions as to how much state money is involved in all these things. So going forward, now things your friend is saying the BCBI better, but I'm expecting something I am more fierce than what is going on because it's like we are just sitting aloof. MPs are just all over on TV complaining are binding issue of my seeker. So telling us in the public when we have institutions and your friend is saying I'm running as a for her. So on my end, and that's what when penny did in sack of bomb, my sickum, nor they didn't need in some hunting near man for so this one. And Ranan says, oh, hi, bet me, idea what is going on. So I think the Parliament should prove together say it is more an effective arm and that can help us handle some of these situations, especially at this time we have a hang Parliament. You have side and side now. Your friends say equal. We expect Parliament this time will give government a run for their money at this particular time. Some of the things that they got away with it in the past and it is because at this time government any right ordinance I for such huge sums of money without recourse to Parliament, without recourse to anybody. Or that's all I said, but that's all no mind will be at times and nobody can do a thing. What I say. So I think that we need to do a lot, especially Parliament. This particular process here must start is your Prime Minister so just to account or back then. Indeed, a prove Parliament is not. I think they should do a lot. Even you see. Some of this impeachment, this thing that they do, sometimes you don't impeach a president because you think he will be successful. But attempting to impeach the president to a certain extent will dent in the credibility and whole lot of stuff. You tell the world how incompetent and the extent you desire to push the person away because of a near more year. Sometimes you don't just look at the prospect say, hey, you don't have the numbers, it will not be successful, and for that matter, until you have to go ahead with it. Just to send a message to obviously at some point, this particular government, because of Obaya and certain efforts were made and remove, but he was saved by Onankasa in Crew. You see, just let us do something. Sabaya, people will take us for or won't take it as for granted. Because Abasa free day, free pass, will be a bad there, so then they get away with it. Just sit down. What when your minister will be just sit down and make cassette. the Ghana show say yes prioritizing Nyama Ghana here at this crucial moment ya you go me ya enuma sama say nkora school sama say oko school feed na omo no abiane ne so omo jai ye fa ne say oko Accra ensuo to enra ensuo to the whole day go to circle member traffic all over the place. Just look at the challenges that are confronting this particular country at this crucial moment in time. Which reasonable person on his right senses at this particular point in time will look at all the priorities and says no. Adi here yes ye dey sika kwoshem yes ye build the cathedral na cathedral na ye no so dey kogu edan ya to ogu na ye kwa kwesi ni ba bia ye dey oman sika na ye kwa kwesi. Which it means that people who are ruling this particular country are not thinking right. And it's the reason as a mena so na catch am say enye church na omo kosi na obi etia because fortunately a lot of Ghanaians are Christians, but you see say yam fire dwene yam fa nimde ne yam fa nyansa ansum nyame na ya dwene say we will just buy into any follies anybody throw out there or in the name of God. At the end of the day no ye bedi ye dokono kwa is the reason why enso to anipa wu your friends say nemo bi say wo kroma we sit and just as if nothing is going on. So I think we need to do a lot to change the situation.
Now let's stay a little bit longer with the cathedral. Ushe Sika Akoma, where Parliament is not aware of the monies that were used. Ushe letters are APP. Now Ushe, do you think say government? And I said your question is bono. Now only source of funding. Now Jian say obe yusu abainska.
President Akufo-Addo, with all due respect, you see, on no kana sema sometimes asam na ya kakra manafun ni pantu kanya debiem. Sometimes what wa de hano. Se nani na ho se de ben na hano se de yo because nema all ye nyina ya de a wotena se na odwene ho a sometimes who's a okofa akra kusi Flagstaff House or say Jubilee House or on tena. Some of the decisions are all taken in Nema or Yenmenya akra bes and Nemano. But it's unfortunate a 78-year-old man who is among for believers he has been around for a very long time, over 30 good years since the start of this particular Fourth Republic. He has been around and he has been through at least he has been able to gather enormous experience and some kind of expertise. And by this time of our president, he will be able to drive us through by taking decisions out to me say decision I don't know if they didn't me abo mine and mine for the mine that chance ye. But obi how was such enormous experience. Every day decision be obi take bia no what in chance akra na taking decision. It's worrisome. And it's heartbreaking. It's the reason why a lot of people who even voted for him at some point in time, at this particular point in time, do not express anger and frustration as to why he's doing the way I all call. Because you see, so what promises obesi cathedral or government? There are several ways as a president you can finance it. Are you sure as a president Akufo-Addo said Osika say ya launch ya set a bank account and na say for man for your donation and na say for him. Are you not sure as or given a timer? Maybe after 1, 2, 3 years, na senka or that why introduce that particular project and as such a initiative. Do you think say enka within 3 year time no onye sika obetim be sika to do I say in a personal way enka the be you see, but there is no vision, nothing. And now what catch a Ghana for say a boss out the shade yankopon. Or a personal was a Ghana for question yankopon bo. And whatever you have that particular engagement with God, no, let me business. And I don't even care. I don't want to talk about it. The matter to the ordinary person who went to the vote to say, yeah, kwa talk about my Akufo-Addo and they say, oh, Baba, yeah, we say from your friends and your production available. Our companies, industries will be available. You set it up. We are Ghana and you bet me a course or quack yeah, Juma. But yet, you could near me because you mantua baby, I say a factory. But since the government didn't be mind and the number of individuals are yeah, this particular factory and how I reduce the burden of unemployment to what percentage? When it comes to industrialization, yeah, also year factories and as well. What it means you are going to cut your friend is saying, are we importing into the country? Are we have we been able to cut our import? No. Rice I had about kroma, even chicken, and kuko funu no almost about kroma and the ketwa when poultry industry say oh kroma in egu. So what I thought is he doing? school cry the basic idea at the heart of the nation, you know, cry no. Look at the state of our schools. With this free SHS staff, look at the state they're putting a school in. With this school feeding program, every day I have calls from your friends and teachers, secondary school teachers are complaining about the state or more kind of feeding and so forth. So as Obia, what gather experience over there, you can't he be reasonable at least for once? Say at least I'm getting my priorities right, and some of these trivial things, you know, you put you out. Let's say the president ain't getting the priorities right. What about tons of individuals, some with the PhD, those who are professors, council of state, and so forth, who is speaking wisdom to the president? So there is no reasonable person around who will speak wisdom to the old man and tell him, say, hey, man, you are tripping off. At this particular point in time, no, we are telling you the truth that it is time. Nobody is speaking wisdom to the president. So tons of people are more trying to ministers, council of state, over billions, they are more as Russia. No more because they are interested in the money. They don't care about what the government does. Whether I say, oh yeah, the papa na so yeah, the papa. They don't care. We have tons of people around the president, and every day we are greeted with episodes of silly decisions all over. Priorities of the ordinary Ghanaian. You don't find any in some of the decisions that here come from. Finance minister who should be busily thinking about the state of this particular country, fixing the economy and taking decision initiative with me. I'm here put to the economy and sinking on the right tracker. Ghana Nibenya hope. He's out there advocating and campaigning for cathedral. Say no wajai or mine yebu no wajai ni buo. Say no or ambassador for where or na make nsem hunu say Ghana for nsi cathedral na abone nhoma besi. I think that guy is going off. You see, they are just trying to baby omo bedru be so omo fail. Omo who said there is absolutely nothing that they can do.
Do you think that there's something
thinking
they can
has
do?
Stopped? Oh, they have demonstrated time and time. Say they don't have a clue. It's about just talking. They can't turn the situation around. So now they are changing the narrative to the religious realm. We say Ghana for no, we are so gullible to the stand. Say, Abra, we know be can't accept na yako any nyame na sorry pe. Then people will obviously shy away. They will not talk about. They will not question. Obiuha. By principle, onim say cathedral na aban no sini yesika omudi sini nyina ya ade ayensem hunu, but because of say our religious connotation ya sorry ni nyame ntino, people are scared, they won't talk about it. So they are just cashing on the gullibility in the system. They know say that is the arena omokwa nyankopon behu say nyame somfo. So now the issue about governance, the issue about the economy, the issue about everything no nyina and you push it to the periphery. Now check the radio discussion, check television, check newspaper review. It is all about the cathedral. Who is talking about the economy crashing? Who is talking about unemployment? Who is talking about the fact that our schools are in such state? Who is talking about the fact that school feeding in who is talking about those things? Now it is about cathedral. Into Okasati, I advocate say yam for money can see. Yanom da man for who you say so bon some there, but make say when kwana meka na meya bonsama no problem. I want to be that devil. We will understand because I think say ade aye nyansa anim there I will never stick my neck for it. Say at this time a man for ho chiromo housing deficit. A man for that want to go to circle and see. Nipa mo de that your friends say how I don't know mu see na say interchange na say housing deficit okroba enne kroma say we branch na pesa wo tena na pesa wo han dan ubetimi aboa sika over 100 million ano
ebesa
wokọ akọ dan na yese yenye 1 year 2 years abrantia wokọ han dan we here over 10,000 endi oneme nanu metese obi ka se ne sika waboa no for 2 years nyina no da kọ han dan. So you come to ground zero. It means that your housing deficit as a sensible government, a reasonable government with an old man as a president who is supposed to be very sensible. No? You look at all these avenues. Housing is a problem. Accra is choked. Look at the traffic situation in Accra. Maybe I'm here 6 a.m. I almost arrived here late. 9 and sana me ba bedru ha say at some point kwa na say me sifa moto ne na se for no it just said the traffic situation in Accra is very bad. Who is that reasonable president who is thinking that okay, let us build railway inner city Accra has a I'm connecting Tema to Kaswa, I'm connecting Pokuasi to your friend is saying ebia circle no na se for no sebe ya those on be call long distance in the morning no will pick train say yentimi nya from Accra to Kumasi Accra inner city no enti omo mo car na park their cars and then they use the train to connect highway and omo walk short distance no can use their car sebe ya traffic situation. But we don't think, we are not reasonable. We have a vice president who will come and tell you that we are talking about say traffic situation in Accra. Also, and somebody was even suggesting, okay, let us give them a free pass. You have a certain vice president who will come and tell you, say, Okofaka be a friend of Kambu. Now, I'm a charmer drivers instead of your friend saying, Moto. How reasonable can that particular person be? Because you see, the situation at Okada not buy it because of traffic. And look of us, I can boom the drivers, I can boom it to me for any person. After 2, it means that they will come and even choke the road more. There's a vice president thinking like a child. That is the problem. So you see, people who have placed at the various strategic positions to man the affairs of this particular country, you know, some of they don't even have a clue. And sometimes we the masses are so gullible to the sense that among for the Jehovah can send then we fall head over heels because we are not reasonable. You understand? Because I remember some campaign, you see, a government made a promise, say, or could see hostels, I'm a Kyei for. When I heard that particular thing, I felt like this particular politics are in the future. And then do you know why people do Kyei? Kyei is as a result of a massive, staggering unemployment situation in the country. And people have migrated from the north and other places to Kumasi and Accra, and out of desperation, they are doing some of this hawking business. As a government, as a sensible government, your job is to ensure, say, you alleviate their pain by creating job opportunities. Maybe at the north, say, we are not for better now, no more, and now say sustainable job opportunities. You bet me, not those hawking now. Me, I want a bash and a cheap, or the abonting or supine, and also a man for name. The government that is supposed to ensure, say, their pain will be subdued, you know. Or no catch also, obesi hostel, no na omun Kyei sa akopin so mbewu because omo de Kyei no betimi aye. How can we be? These are the key issues. You can't have some bit baby or say oh and then manti amaba. We see we've been sitting here, we've been talking about them penimfo in the last 60 to 10 and 65 years. We've gone nowhere. Consistently them penimfo na no mu yeye or kwana wa ye will bafu no chairman ma do na so ma no mu do makogu abrochi the review school here. Me no na yete ha say it is our future that's at stake.
So we need to talk about it.
We need to talk about it. You see, ladies no more no their children are enjoying the American dream somewhere, but they are making Ghana a messy place, stealing everything to themselves, and then willing the same thing to their kids. No more tell you no more benefiting. I don't mean say no. Almost Sunday, yeah, well, so they are benefiting there. They are benefiting here. The poor gullible masses and I so charged, defending all the follies and the nonsense that these people do, all in the name of partisan politics. You know what is it that is in for us? What is it that is in for us? Nothing. No one say, yeah, over your food soldiers are copying.
Okay.
That is the problem. So I think, let us realize the need to say, it is about the destiny and the future of this particular country. How do we contribute in our individual ways? We reposition this particular country on a trajectory to future. Other countries, China, nobody is building cathedral. India, nobody is building cathedral. But you see, countries are doing their best to ensure that technology is the way to go. But then I say, among for your computer at the early stage, you introduce your to computer. Now a teacher for draw computer to board so, and then I had what I say? Nothing, absolutely nothing. What is the future for us? Because at the end of the day, we will be competing with the same kit across the globe because globalization has replaced domestication. So no country is in isolation, and I said no country is an island of your own. We are on the same market because who take a job on the internet. We have people applying from all parts of the world. But at the end of the day, it's the same work in So it is how a bit me position in position ourselves, government need to do a lot by laying the foundation. That particular competitive edge or be able to meet a baby. But if we say consign ourselves to that primitive era, that 12th century mode of thinking, say and I am umpire and a spiritual food. What kind of nonsense is this? Spiritual food are this technologically inclined world at this particular time where countries are advancing, people are going to the moon, people are inventing supercomputer, 5G and a whole lot of stuff, praying is the solution. Me say we all pray in our individual when we gather from our bed. We all have our personal relationship with God and stuff. But let us leave it at that particular level. Elevate our thinking to a level where we can say, okay, beyond God, what can we do to help ourselves? Because say Accra HOK, God will not come and fix Accra HOK. It's just about what we do to fix the situation. Can't we be sensible enough?
Sure.
And sadly for us, people around the president is not thinking right. He's not being reasonable. People around him are not being reasonable. People we are paying so-called council of state, yet your money seeker handful reasonable chiefs are more rising to various positions of prominence. When you expect them to look at the eyes of the president and tell him, hey, my friend, you are messing up. Just sit up. They are not doing it because I know that they fat envelope. We have more. Your friend say, wait. Everybody has suddenly become a coward in this particular country. And you see, people, if you don't have convictions, if you don't have morals, nobody will respect you.
Sure.
Me, I only respect people who are reasonable. I only respect people who are sensible. It doesn't matter whether you are a kid or whatever. So if you are grown and you have proven sufficiently that you are not sensible, you are not reasonable, you are not amenable to reasoning, common sense, wisdom, and you are not in touch with reality, and you are not in touch with humanity, because if you look at the suffering of the masses and the president, you are not in touch with Borden Cathedral, it means that you are living in a different twisted world that why you know baby and then the baby. Okay,
my main message is be about now yanko next to our topic for the day. Could you entry or say watching you live from Teman? I slept early yesterday not to miss Ivan this morning. I am a fan of robbery movies and series. However, I don't watch them these days because events of Nanado's government is enough thriller. Thank you for your message. Could you entry? Let me read more messages here. The cathedral issue is to squander with the average Ghanaian tax. The government should be really ashamed of what they are doing. We are wise enough now. Thank you very much for your message. Good morning. I'm Wako from Kaswa. Our leaders know what to do to develop the country because they all own performing companies. They are just wicked people who want to suffer, the masses suffer. The problem is the citizens. The day the citizens become wise, politicians will change. How lucky are leaders that the citizens don't think out of Hitler? Okay, Adolfo Hitler. Okay, thank you for your message. Now, call your next topic for Islamic shooting incidents. I see, Kumasi, Ashanti region. Students were protesting over what they call speed ramps school. Okay, so this is a video of the command center. They were watching the incident, but I want us to go and listen to the commentary that came with this video. Producer Yanko Shembra, Ivan, now also Utina, what make your comments?
We are dirty. That's almost a problem. Left leg so the crowd was so huge. A man in Abakan, a man in a broke road. I'm going to see you. We're taking the cook Romono.
And you are sitting on radio station asking whether these people were armed. You are on your radio station and you are asking whether these people proved threats. You want to know whether he was a threat or not. Someone who is armed, someone who is armed, you want to know whether he's a threat or not. And you are questioning what to radio stations. So
these are small boys and girls.
Police.
You block the road totally.
Video I heard the cover here. What to radio stations. So now, now who instigated general public against the police? You think the police is not working? You think the police is not working? Look at these children who have been sent to go to school and learn. If you have any grievances,
Angela FM.
If you have any grievances as a student, you have to go on the road with arms. Go on the road with cutlasses, armed.
Look at somebody. Look at somebody with the cutlass.
The way you protest
as a student. Look at him.
Teachers, the one who instigate students, and they are protesting with arms.
Yeah, look at the one talking.
Go there, you are telling the
him.
police here, Uncle, now do you know the police officers who have been injured and sent to the police hospital? And you are there now. You can't pass yourself.
That one they are not talking about it.
Angela
FM. Angela FM.
Look at the footage. Look at what is going.
Discussion, Islamic shooting, Islamic SHS shootings at Koho when the police tried to stop students of that particular school from demonstrating against a year road, just almost say road near down school anymore. Drivers were speeding up and it was killing a lot of people. So they were protesting for government to provide them with speed ramps. But then the police service ni edu ho na omukose asemrekra, and this is a command center that was monitoring the event. And look at the commentary that were coming out, discussed things that were being said about the other religion, and these are the issues. Nyama we been see Rwanda inciting another group against another group, and it didn't say. But look at what a police officer who is trained to maintain peace and order was saying. Ivan.
It's really interesting, and listening to the tape, Hi, you was someone Paul. I have told you time and time, sir, Ghana is broken. All facets keep deteriorating. And until say you be at swiftly, now you tame the situation. Now you say there is a new wave, yes, you usher this particular country into. Now you go that particular direction, a bit me live here from all the things that we find ourselves in. I am telling you that this particular country will never prosper. And there is no God anywhere that is coming to save this particular country. Because we will continue to perish and perish and perish. Now, we know how long we are saying. This earth, and yet, spending over 4 billion years. That is according to archaeologists. And if we say and you think repeating all these things will save the situation, we are just joking. You see, Makase, we are never now crying na. Only whole right say major road like this, we can blocking. It doesn't matter what has happened, and even where the constitution allows you say a demonstration and protestation as a form, because a public your friends saying way public order now your person here demonstration and as a for now, at least you engage the police to provide you whatever. Because if the police will engage and provide or more whatever necessary security are required, a bianca man can block a road to create tension in a whole lot of stuff. But you see, watching the video and the kind of demonstration cry no now we had the kind of response a police for them or more. Like you're killing an ant with a bulldozer. One who ant, one who entatia, now so with the bulldozer and the bekuno. That is because the police response to the situation, anyway, and commiserating and answer disproportionate to Nemana Namkra no. And I come back to tell you there, police for now ya come once them the biano, obi and time police biya. And let me also say that there are individuals fine professionals, police officers in uniform. They have been living a very diligent life or more several or more country well. But for some time now, there are some individuals who are more police in Numa. Quite fast on me no, because the Ayawaso West Wagon Commission gave us a lot of insight as to how some of these bandits got into the police, the police service. And these individuals, I more give you the police, certain caliber and I find professionalism, standard, modern policing, and as a intellect, wisdom, reasoning, exercising positive discretion, and all these things are elements as a trained professional who here nowadays police. These individuals on daily basis keep demonstrating that they don't have it. That is why I told you that we have succeeded in putting some idiots in national uniform and we have given them guns. So their first reaction to situation, they feel that situation is friendly, be a hostile reaction. So and then we have gun-toting hoodlums and a police uniform, and they turn themselves into a kill squad. Every situation train, and they get away with it. And I think that I can drive you through sequence of events in this particular country. Actually, clearly say police if work nipa in the end now. Nothing, no investigation, nothing. We've never had a closer to any of these things. Who say a particular police officer has been punished enough. Public.
With this recent one, you're interdicting the.
Oh, when I say interdiction, they almost say and after 3 months or 2 months, they will go back to their post and they will be working. At the end of the day, what they do, the reaction of police administration here, subsequent intervention or modern situation, is not deterring enough for any officer to do things to stay away from the things of here, because do you expect them to be BCBM? Ekosi one kranza. Elections, no who they see here. Because a BBM some could see here a consistent streak, because that has become a way of life. Yes, a culture. That is their culture. That has become a way of life for the police. Any least provocation, pull the trigger, just shoot. And that is the situation. That is why I was telling the last time, I was expecting the Dampare administration to at least toe a different line. That you see, the messy situation the police find itself in, any Dampare problem. But what are the ways I want to know the new channel of professionalism I will usher the police into are going forward now? Or more behavior, quite first or you treaty, crowd controlling as a phone, different for what it used to be. But it looks as if a new crowd and parabay the situation now you're worse. Because any situation be a trained professionals, because the police, mona ya train minimum, mona mo exercises the finance of discretion, mona munim yansa, mona mo ya professionals, ya train nipa na mo ko omo hono de yenyan trainee omo, sabi omo nim yansa nti mo ena mo nim yansa nti mo nko na mo nko save the situation. The police will go there and prove to the people there say microphone mo hono kwa nim nyansa chem police for no mo crowd there mo there class they are say chain microphone mo no they go there and in a broad day they kill people just like that. Any least provocation go they just shoot people. I think I say give you enough insight. This whole police thing now there is a major problem that we need to fix. You see, democracy is such that with the travel or time, event in circumstance over the years, and let's show how to proceed the next stage. And our own experience over the last 1 year to 2 years should be enough to tell us, your policy in quite fast training or more manuals, training your friends said protocols and as if I do your money, as a yet review all of them, mode of recruitment, training. I have suggested in the past that say, be a criminal, or be a bandit, no criminal ties, and our journey is waiting the 6 months. I train, I'm not a police. Now with the tuition in summer, you are crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. So, in order to ensure everything what can't we open a new channel at least? So, I'm a nurse. I went to your friends a nursing training college. Maybe school me got top form and so within a period of 3 years, they will just walk you through. So by the 3 years, clearly you see, other behavior we could there because of the long streak of training and as you'll be able, they will be able to imbibe certain things in you. You will look differently. What I say, and why can't we just open a new portal? Because of the experience in why can't we open a new channel? Okay, police in there. We are setting up training institutions. Police, and you have to go for 3 years active training. Not because yes said among for them ko bu muram na ye do mo furu nua na ye sanisi form na se form no maka said the modern policing doesn't work that way. Because among for more committed crime crime are rising to assuming a certain level of sophistication among for committing crime are committing it with intelligence, with finesse, and with some technological interface be around it. If you are not smart, you can combat crime. What I say? And at this level, if you're able to open a new street like a 3-year training for police officers, at least we'll be able to train them cyber. They will know what to do, how to combat some of this internet fraud and as a professional engagement, how to interact with people, like crowd controlling and so forth. We have enough time to train these people psychologically. We'll be able to train them because you see, psyche evaluation is one of the key things that elsewhere they do on occasionally just to understand the state of the police officer. Because obi obey police no onye hu say yakunipa da onshutu obi da and for once onshutu obi na okunipa wi anasa okoye operation bi wi na ya wade PTS, a post-traumatic stress disorder. I will go into that particular state now. Yourself again.
You think the police administration?
Oh, come on, psyche evaluation. I don't know, but maybe they may. But I'm saying, how standardized are those things? Because you see, they may be doing it, but the consistent streak never and nullify everything that they do. What are some They may be doing it. They may be having all these things in place. They may be having counseling unit. Yes, I'm told they have a counseling unit. Everything that are in charge, but never and nullify the essence of everything that they are doing. It means that it's ground zero. They need to start again. It is either they are not doing it well, or maybe it is not having any effect on the officers who get out there to operate the way their man or moye. And with that particular long haul of training, I think we'll be able to at least change people a bit. So that ethics and professional your friend is a conduct, you bet me show how many panabab he knows that me a police officer, police force to be and a service. It is that sometimes control so we should no crack engage, just talk to them. It's enough to dispel a crowd, depending on how your friends say crowd and your host are. There are several ways, and crowd control you've seen elsewhere how people control crowd. Now cranking kitty a maya fee and a bomuti. I'm cranking kitty way. Now the police responded to them na a tear gas. A life bullet and as a for no. It means we lack everything, and police administration should be ashamed of themselves. It's an unfortunate situation will come and Damparo will just go in there to do what?
But the commands when I share normally say they were armed.
Oh, you see, that is what I'm telling you. One thing about this modern so-called Damparo police in the name of Moye, it has a lack of candor, dishonesty on the part of the police. They lie. Even in official statement. And look at the number of students that will do demonstration. Trained police officers, even 5 police officers will be enough to subdue such a crowd. Sometimes you just even talk to them, you don't have to fire away. To the sense that you go there with live ammunition. And they are more like no motor tear pass it out. It means they were firing your friends saying tear gas and they suffocate you or more and pass it out. That is the only way. And your pepper spray. When the pepper spray go be near, the person will not pass out because the person will suffer pain. In the manner so the person will never pass out. It means that tear gas. Go and look at the police statement about one thing. They never mentioned tear gas. There was a journalist on the ground who picked a live bullet, the shell from the ground. Yeah. Police for true statement none. And the actual woman. So if we get to a time in the face of lack of professionalism, your police need display among sign cannot correct. They are dishonest freak and are writing lies to us. Because we saw in Kumasi when they went there and killed 7 Muslim guys.
And then branded them as
armed robbers. Police folk who say there be young for 2 for a police officer to conceive such an idea, it means nobody is saving this particular country. They can kill you the next day, take your car and frame you as a armed robber. That is the level of dishonesty. And these are things I expected the IGP who is a doctor at least to bring some ingenuity, some wisdom to bear. But quite recently in Nkranza, boys in protesting, the police went there again with live ammunition. They shot and killed another person. We saw in Algeria what happened. Techima in a broad day. So why can't we do anything about the situation? And we sit here and we pretend that nothing is wrong. We sit here and we complain about America, police brutalities, and so forth. To the extent that President Akufo-Addo kwaje George Floyd the year by Ghana has say, "Emma Bonsane and so forth." George Floyd no onimne da. You could never Techima in the elections day. Bisanasa was setting up committees investigating Nipo Muwo Techima. How can we be so silly and so unreasonable like this? Young Kasa you go for whatever happened and Akra 18-year-old lady or Techima you born to Kuno. President say feel regret about this. But George Floyd the year the bar. How unreasonable, and you expect us to respect such characters? Come on, some of us don't have any business throwing away respect, because respect is very, very, very expensive. It's an expensive currency to be throwing out just like that. If before I respect you, show something, show cause. And son and nipa no utimi kwaje George Floyd the year ba ye kunipa e Techima, nothing has happened. And Algeria nipa na ye ku omo na ekokosi say we set up a committee but transe be din sem hunu ke kan sem huna, in the end you know everybody got away. Same has Nkranza there no for some about 2 months in here, 1 month in here, what the issue has died out. They will go and give the mother money. We cover it. We sit here and we complain about America and and the government need to do something. There was a time our president issued a statement admonishing the US government to do a lot because brutalities are in your own country, a small country like Ghana, coming nowhere close to even one state in America. You can't even control it. And the police are on your friend is saying, have gone rogue on a killing spree, shooting people at any slightest provocation. Behind the police, if Okunipa shoot a banner issue, silly statement to cover it up, and then that ends it there. I think our police is in a such state of public confidence in it, you know, it's gone forever. And that alone is massive insecurity. Lack of trust and confidence in the police, you know, and pursue high level of insecurity to the ordinary person. Say Ghana ni any police ni onam concerned police ni jinawa. Unim say comfort na jinawa na say nipa kind na jina, because we have succeeded in enlisting these criminals, bandits, hoodlums. Now no, there was a video on social media, police officer at the rebase enum. You saw it, remember? And no, police officer assess we almost 80 parcels. Aguni car boot and or they can do konya accident. You see, I am not worried about individuals no more. Yes, I did. But my question is, how did they get into the police? Screening Ben will go through. Do we do your friend is saying background checks? Because these individuals, nobody just wake up a day and suddenly becomes a criminal. It's a process, evolve. They started from somewhere. So if you take time to just investigate them, painstaking investigation about them, at least you will be able to uncover certain tendencies. Likely, you know, when we say in the future, this person, the predisposition to be doing this is high. This things may be an excuse to, you know, to just wave those individuals off. But then it's politics. Every MP the nebeba, minister the nebeba, we need the nebeba to add police. You know, now protocol require 90%. The issues out there, they say, they don't even go for the training at all. What if you could 100 million, then you go for your uniform. You see, these speculations may be false, but you go out to deepen the kind of misconception, the kind of impression, identity, public trust and confidence in the institution called police. Right. And overall, the outcome is what we see. The outcome is police officers meeting children like this and way. They meet them with brute force. We saw what happened in Ayawaso West Wagwana at the place they turned into a war zone. Commissioner my insight said to deal with the situation, and some of the testimonies are on the how those individuals got enlisted. Commissioner suggestion and say, yeah, indicted among for no. Did the president he never badged. Individuals got away, nobody got punished. So that impunity fester on and there be a Commission is disconnected from the national security fund or few days after the commission's report, they reactivated him. He became a mobile hooligan. A mobile hooligan. He said, "Obi edne onante from one town to another, causing terror and those things." We saw what happened at City FM. So Kwakofa Accra Abaya Bino. Abaya wo ubetimi akọ mo ano de na akọ ye fence CID headquarters And I said National Security Headquarters, yeah, the gang of police officers in 2 vans, and you storming City FM like in a Rambo style. And you got Tamon. We saw what happened in Sankregba. A church said police in it. I did policing. Me when I was at the university, I had a benefit of reviewing a manual. But because of NDA, some of these things you can't go into details. When they come to some of these things, we don't sit here and we just talk like that. At least. We've seen a lot of things. We say a chance and a chance. Now you revival. I take certain key decisions. Training modalities. Near my idea, police in as a phone come no. At least there are people who see that there is value in the individuals. They consult and they do a whole lot of things. And they know whatever that you say, they take it serious. What I say. But in our own country, look at what we are doing. Always the old man was na. Yes, soldier for police for them. Na ya from homa na ebinom wonu we tarene na sefo no ene macho ya the security ene ya the macho ya security ene we are in the era ya first terrorism, bioterrorism and a whole lot of stuff it requires intelligence to do it. Okoya macho me say obiti baby drone ya de bekun because I macho dem fam ko baby it is about being smart and intelligent person. You know how to do your stuff na sefo no. So I think police, they are just demonstrating to us. There are good officers, like I say. Because I know a lot of young guys in the police who are risking their life all day serving their country and so forth. Sure. But imagine, say, I don't hear because you could come back to affect the police officers. Look at the young guy, police officer who free school about not GNS already serving the country. Or the billion vanachi, the young police in the So it is not about civilians and police for Nanka at some point may become a casualty. Look at the way they handle that particular issue. Yes, police officers were involved. Yachi or mono. The same damn para police the omonima homache. Everyone but see that particular issue has been covered. Nobody is talking about it. What kind of sick country is this? So that Ghana is serious country and Kabaina Kadamparia force no come and resign to baby. Because the circumstances are fast. You're the police officer or your key witness or betting young boy. I'm investigating this particular matter. Baby. Say, and they gave us some foolish justifications. There was a shootout. And why no one a shootout? Now I didn't think a young cool be an assault. You see, what country is this? Are we mad or what? Because things are sometimes we accept and we move on. We can never progress. Because how can police officer kwasi for you or why write such silly statements and I have called there was a shootout and all of us just accept that particular thing and it goes. The same thing has been repeated on Kranza. I could branch on them 2 a.m. You didn't call, no, I said, Nicole, your friend is saying, so. No, you didn't call, say, I said, Nicole, your friend is saying, no, you almost want to call crime scenes or Cobois to or Cochrebia and Roberts and they could go into Kuno and that particular. What kind of nonsense is this? The same thing happened. Oh, your friend is saying, secondly, the police officer, I say, last year, December, Christmas, and all in the car, I could book police barrier. And now, Yachin and the Koto police, I saw the car number police officer. And actually, well, yes, police for us or the agents in a share no one come for. Now, yet, Yachi Bishop police way, young one who you man and car, me and Kramis and me whom you won't who you man a car or pants, Meboa. And I had no question. I actually say police for us or the agents and a share no one come for. The case is in court. The pathologist went there last year, last month, and he told the court no. After all his examination, guy no, and yet when you cool, your friend is saying. Suicide no kuno, but he suffered a violent death. So what wound pathologist we are pathology that's a nipanu say a violent death a marking on various organs and so forth. So there will be enough signature to prove to you that no, this person suffered a violent death, a heart attack, you know, your this thing. So you can't lie. The pathologist is telling them no, the guy suffered a violent death. Now, nipa yet not to police cells or suffer a violent death. No, me mama no kokuna na me papa no kokuna. You see, these are things that we need to.
Okay, YouTube, Active TV GH, Active TV GH. Pacho bobodi abora ho mame na subscribe mame, subscribe mame pa me show pa subscribe mame. Wo subscribe mame so a kai say adoma kito bi won chain. Click so, o click so a ebe ma options be breathe. All personalized and none. Patch of all mommy. Offer all mommy. Anytime they call live on YouTube, una be di kan inya. Ya the video so to ha. Una be di kan inya ansana obia enya. Koswa fa message so bra 0503-236-735 0503-236-735 na yen come patch of bora YouTube ba misisi YouTube. The channel name is Active TV GH. Active TV GH. It's Bomodi Abora ho mame na subscribe to the channel no mame Active TV GH Bomodi maybe a full license so about 0503-236-735 0503-236-735 pacho offer 30 seconds what make you point na waka wasem na say obi for so about 30 seconds. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, pacho for say for na free.
One, Apomai.
Boko, me patcho ma the volume on the TV set. If you TV in chair one, it's directly from the phone. Okay, me patcho offer my volume now TV set number from now TV directly from the phone. My volume no on your TV set number from let's TV directly from the phone. Me patcho power which my friend 0503-236-735. 30 seconds. Now I can make you point. Hello, good morning.
Morning,
Pacho, first time for our free.
I'm a dear son by Shama.
Okay, bite my entire.
She shall come in that over a chama, motorway, the day of the year of Oba. He said, I won't say police one up to buy and any police papa, in that out. And yet, police papa, they get to Okana. I did talk to that by any police papa, they don't put them to get here. A similar branch at our Kutu and Kranana Oka. A Jumamu and Yamikam and Kranana Boka.
Okay, bite and I say, yeah, I saw friend. Also, to my friend 0503-236-735. Good morning, boss. The guy on the show is more sensible than the president of the country, who has puppets in every institution of this scrambling economy. We, the youth, will rise up soon. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Me pacha first time for now free.
Yes, I'm someone me free do.
Okay, Sammy, my intio.
Oh, your friend say yes, sabi. Pinyi chifi na se nkwalari na nka yebu na nka we for kan obi. Sabi ye papa na na do ba bedi ade no. Nyoma okikan se mo okikan nyina se adane. Eno na happening. What I say, you swear with your seat say you open make sure say security wise very nice. We very nice. And these are the same people who do it. Into said in Twitter said, of course, see. IGP don't pray. Omudu wa besisu. Your boy, yeah. She said, then, oh, yeah. Said, they say many tweets. Police ni more. India have air cover. What are they doing about it? No, katasumo maso kataso. Or my web course no.
Sabe, me da say, Pastor friend, Kona Obi Bra. Good morning, host. I support Innocent perfectly. I think we are sick in this country. No one supports school, but I think we need to revisit the constitution and amend some laws because these old men called leaders need to resign and be jailed. I am Kyei from Achimota. We are all living on a time bomb, and soon our lives will be jeopardized. Thank you, Kyei. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Me pacha for say for now free.
Me pacha friend me Gloria, me free. I'm a Samai.
Pacha o kasa fi fa.
I'm a Samai.
Okay, Gloria, my ntio anapoyi.
Yeah, me pacha program a good panya. Me sure mo say mo yes a program. Shooting a course wo Kumasi no. To be frank and honest, you know police for no shooting kole. Sanko mu nua ba no, ene ko won man kon be ne omuye. Se college bibi crampo na nya at least in paying for mo kwam kwako protect won mo na mbeka sem de atren kola because kola ni soft Itini jaw any owu mu nuanum ewu wo ho nti no mde be yes ade itimudu ona mu kakasa de chenkole entankan kole mu njai na mo mu protect won na mudu ona mu shutu won
okay
omu she bibi yo
Gloria yada say
bibi
yada so friend yada so friend me pacho ye movie akọ YouTube right now enti pacho ye fi Facebook akọ YouTube enti bomodi ase obedi echi akọ YouTube ye fi Facebook sisi akọ YouTube bomodi ase obedi echi akọ YouTube channel na Active TVGH Active TVGH ubehu abwa anoma neni abre call na bomodi subscribe to the page no Active TVGH. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, your mama.
Me pacho first say for na frefi. Pacho koso yete o.
Amanu had you say anka political but you abasa yen ewo e ho na mo kwa na e ho adwo baby abasa wono political kwa na baby adwo na ne baby abasa wono I say crazy any photo political no ko ha na o mada na ma je no ma tio na dia ni teguru na se wo say se Ghana political adana hande ana yi no mu ya dani nwomi nam so mutu na mo mo se ko wo na ke ndani mo na aku pa mai na tumi titi wo te sheze di ti wa ya wo go
okay Abigail me dase kona obimbra me pacho se na me di kan no me say ye fi Facebook akọ YouTube this akọ Facebook anko to nsisi but ukọ YouTube on sabe kan yen e wo ho eye Active TVGH e wo YouTube inti movie ko ho sisi ye fi Facebook sisi inti e wo YouTube inti mo modi answer obeko YouTube now wa subscribe to the channel. Amaye, hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Me pacho first say for na frefi.
Pacho your friend Christopher wala you at very capital.
Okay, Pacho Christopher, my entail 30 seconds.
Oh, you go on sham, mumbo na. Bwana oti unje no panelist no oya be papa. And something yana waka. You see I reference nka I want you to say all one na bu o mind because dan san wo nyina wo onu ni tirim say so mo appointing mo man police be a odi nyina san be bu o mind wo. Penifo na omuti o na on be wo china no. So say saga na sky e dey amom. What I say, we Ghana or some masu, never catch it say, public sector, no higher man. So I think money, I'm a woman, Ghana. What I say, you know, just a woman, the papa beyond the wire, you know, get to our mom. Yate, Christopher, that's also in your maintenance. And Mr. Abedi Kankai, may say if Facebook, your YouTube, to see at Momodia say, Obebora YouTube, now I subscribe to channel, no, Active TVGH. Active TVGH. Unya ko opo hu aboa no ma kokko bi wo hopa. Unya hu se logo ni pe na che say ya subscribe to the page no. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, da.
Me pa cho for say for na frefi.
Na cho your friend ya ni start ya sha.
Okay, ya my intio.
Me pa cho wo. And then it 3 days I'm asking me bon pa ye eje and na be tin bi. There is some question say aso ye hwese o man no nyame hunhum na edi o man ni so anase okot nti ade okot for edi o man ni so e be fiden o man na ye yie na ye bisa me question.
Okay, yeah, say Ofreye. Good morning, please. Who is the young brilliant man in your studio? I just tuned in for the first time. My name is Tony Gavuzini. I hope I got your name right. Well, his name is Ivan Kyei Innocent, and he's here every Thursday 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Me pacho first saying, and I found out free.
Miss Frefi Amasamai.
Pacho first saying.
Veronica.
Veronica, Kawasam so you 30 seconds.
Because I am a but a quite
okay.
From 3 Johnson to Baby Ametino, a master crime, the Asramu Mession on Munyamay.
Pacho Yate, yeah, that's it. Veronica Selfrey. Ghana is practicing the governance of oligarchy with inactive brains. It is sad to be a Ghanaian in this time. Regards to you and Ivan. You guys are doing a great job. Fafa at Lungwa Barrier, watching you live. Okay, Fafa, thanks for your message. Continue sending your message 0503236735. Kai say your movie ako YouTube Active TV GH. Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning.
I'm
very Ampim.
What is your first saying?
Very Ampim, Mekasasi, Sotium.
Ampim, Yanko.
Indianum, Medanatipa, Casa, in Kamekano, and Wakano. Yankasano, or my Yankasan, and this is a bit of the 4 many. So, what the meaning about that down Kwa, to petrol. Untiaka, who to petum would be my foka. How? It's no moment to one. Dubai desert, if you can say Dubai, would be a president of the friend, my foka would be national service worker. Napo, why foka? Still, into your mocha, into all the time they are moving. Petrol, baby, Mutu, with my attitude. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. For Kona Obimbra, host, love your outfit. I have a lot to say, but to add a few, I think this country need a youthful mind to run this small country and not these old leaders. When we face them with the truth too, they politicize it and attack us. From Maki again, from Achimota. Thank you for your message. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Prince, Yanko.
The meeting I can't say. Oh, my winner after the other. You need oh, yeah, me, fire, the pastor. And yet, all for the hour. And yet, on Sunday, young Casta, the throat pusher, the president, to be a wiki. You're 3 more billion. I'm not a pastor in Kyoto. You listen, shut up. And I got an idea, you know. I want to tell you when it's a toilet. I think it is say that. What was to toilet to be? Any ball, I want to walk not any money is now. I represent President, that I did. And the Jumanto was the president. I'm also in here. Let me say. You said, President, you're very funny now. Oh, you have to be Jim. You see it. And I'm going to report. You're soon a buying and I'm the other tomorrow. You, it's your my one. You need me a day, you can't say they are bread.
Yeah, that's
one to one more power one.
Yeah, that's good morning, sir. Innocent is our future president. I really love him. I would like to have his number. Commander from Medina. Commander, the best way you can get Innocent number is to visit his social media handle. Or the better to number follow no go now. You could be out in one now. When you know actually and not pay. Okay, my last call, but I have. Okay, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Pacho, my last caller. Your first name for our free.
Pacho, your friend, Kwabena. Me kasa free Ablekuma.
Okay, Kwabena, yanko.
Maybe this is a country where any year there is no hope for Ghana. And I was going to
say. Me too.
Leadership trait from since independence they see now. Now, I could be a bad country, able to hear west and west and west. It keeps getting west. It's, you know, from the look of things, you know, Osha be there near you that. And I was going to say, I think that is why I'm completely trying some of this free country. It's, you know, to me, dear, a bayanka, among MPP and DC, you know, Nanka, brought back together as a country. You decide to say leadership process now. NDC MPP and Koye in the Baku. Near
but yeah, that's it. Yeah, the course, no, hello, countrymen. You are a good host in one of the best media networks. Your panelists should just tell us just a single invention he has brought up that he was not supported by Nanado. I've always been saying that this boy is so rude. He should know that what he thinks he knows is just 100 of the experience of his own fathers. he is insulting so much. Maybe he was not brought up in a home, but I think he can still draw lessons from the good books of the Bible. This panelist thinks governance is just based on intellectualism. He should know that this world was created by somebody and therefore has an owner. I think he should come with his political uniform because we know him very well as a serial mouthpiece. Most of the things he naively talks about are the things already that has been done, but need time to improve and mature. He's just a lazy commentator who fails to research before commenting. If Captain Mahama had shot the people who have attacked him, it would have been a different story by commentators like this panelist. He should also know that even in heaven there was a bad nut, so does it mean God is senseless creator? Mr. Politician panelist, your political identity is now clear. Awakened Ghanaian. Ivan.
Yeah, so I think that we've spoken a lot, but you see, characters like this, no need to pay attention to them. You see, these individuals will die out of their own follies, and that will be it. You see, ignorance, they say, is bliss. So he's entitled to whatever he thinks. So I think that we have a job to do. You see, the point is Ghana seem to be stuck at a point that there is no progress. And as people, what can we do to move on as a country? Over the years, we've been sitting here hoping, say, baby free, baby, save or minor. Me say at this particular point in time, we are seeing Babedri. If the priority of a country is that you invest in your resources in building cathedrals at that particular nation, it's not only myopic, but it's not thinking, it's not reasonable. At this time, countries are making advances in technology, in various innovations that are coming. You understand that? That is the focus. That should be the focus of this particular country. How do we position ourselves in such a way that our schools will feed into this emerging technology? Sabaya, Nippon free school can at least find something to do with me. We put up the economy but consistently, if we consistently invest in those trivial things, and you see, sorry, Dana, you say when pressing issues are affecting like debt distress or minor facing Bosnia and Yabo, everything in this particular country is about Bosnia. Ya Japan as for the resources now, we spend them on your friends are perverted priorities and for so be any so you have president and executive taking decisions that are so senseless. That is the point I hear at this point, advocating is at least we need to pause and just review where we have come so far. And we say we have all failed and going forward, there is a need for us to take measures a bit yet taking our own destinies into our own hands as a country. What can we do to help ourselves? Building a cathedral will not solve our problems. God is not coming anywhere to come and solve our problems. And nobody is an atheist. We worship God in our own individual way, but national issues are national issues. Religious lives are individual level. We deal with it at this level, but we cannot turn national issues into religious affair. Into obi obi or chene obi a onko aso na osombosom na obedi president no so say ode na bosoma kasa say osi shrine mana na no say ye do man sike ko si shrine na. You see, these are nonsense we don't want to port into, and we are saying say we need to set the priorities for this particular country and invest in those things. So those who think that priorities should be cathedral and those stuff, I think that they should keep on physical those ignorance and
the question is messages in bad about to me in Kyei. But then, deducing from what Ivan said, the Bible even says that give what belongs to Caesar, and give what belongs to God to God. I had a day come on ABC and I not pay active morning, so Thursday edition, the ABC her and I not pay.
Quick one. Okay. Go to Israel. Go and look at their budget on security. Now, go ahead. They are more invested in bombs and then I say for them bomb and Israel cover born the free buy. People should be sensible.
They don't even have a national cathedral. Yeah, the competition ABC her and I not pay. Meda production team na say 2 suites, my director, my producer, Chechebo vlog director, any Obibia, Johnson, John Laporta, Clement, Mr. Mpedu, Abayiwa Munyina, Meda Munyina Sembe help with the production and and pay. Meda one so I will share a fee so yada was say so share meda umamode moko share on Facebook and YouTube. But me pacho say unko YouTube ya bomodia say obeko YouTube no akọ subscribe to your page you know Active TVGH channel no Active TVGH on YouTube. Pacho subscribe to page no man. O subscribe we so share link ne ma me no me why na obia so enye bi. Obi also need to subscribe to YouTube. Pacho bomodia say YouTube be subscribe my na me ka will say Active Media and Active Brain Consultancy Services the training wa so bi bra bremo e wo mo bremo nchen obi biara opeso osua media media juma no nyama e wo mu nyina no ye the training ni bro 6 months training, graphic designing, video editing, camera handling, newspaper reporting, news reporting for both radio and TV. Yeah, the training we 98% training. Yes, started July we are July yeah chance. But more than say, we do who be shame forms me 50 Ghana cities. Bra active premises can Odumase Junction. Ewo pokwase ablekuma quantum pono so na be for form say 50 Ghana cedis uba you know but train come afa fees no na fees no so very very the boy denti affordable you some flexible payment plan amount ebe bo ama why training make I say I had buy 98% practical training mo ama be to mo forms mo say you nice edifice wa ha just say mobile mo nya reshe we mu say ye ni abre e wo dia ye ho nti mo dia say o de ho be shem me sanka wo say Active TV at the advertising package about nice one, affordable one. Me say as low as 200 Ghana cedis. As low as 200 Ghana cedis. Ubenya advertising package. Bomodia so be free numbers no 0541675188 0541675188 and I say 0503236735. Bomodia so be free team no was standby. When you free pen on maybe I will be now omo no be train come. Me say as low as 200 Ghana cedis ubenya advertising package. Aha anything come train me. Whether Ivan Chino said and say on obeka me nsa and no pay. Me din the agent in Boaten eje. Na me adoma Monday. Ebesi kunya batwachna maame Boatmasi Kyei ebesi nkonya with Active Morning. You know what I say? Stay active and see beyond.